This is Hindsight Radio. I represent it. The information station changing the nation.
Peace, everybody. This is Akeem L with Hindsight Radio, the information station changing the nation, and you are now listening to the Truth Tuesday show, the first show of 2021. Do y'all realize it's almost 6 years in running stronger than ever? 6 years this show been running, and it's getting better and better with the information. So I got a lot in store for you guys this year. But first, I want to thank everybody that showed up for the New Year's ritual, did their thing, writing down the things that they wanted to see happen so far this year. For this year, prosperity, peace, and extreme wealth, things like that. Definitely enjoyed myself. The family enjoyed it. They was excited to do it. We all did it together. And that was the first time we all did it together. Usually I would travel off and do it. And I was thinking about that. Let me just, before I get into that, you guys can hear me clearly? I just want to make sure. I don't make any assumptions. I don't want to get into everything and y'all can't hear me. Somebody just hit me in the chat if you can hear. If I got a text, that means y'all are here. Thank you. That got me to thinking doing that for me. That got me to thinking, I have, so many times I've done that ritual without the whole family. Me and Beth did it 1 year together a couple of years ago. We went to Atlanta. But then I was thinking, I was like, why don't I just do this all the time with the family? Why did I have to travel off and do that? I mean, I would rather do it with the family than everyone else at the same. Now, if I went and we put a get together, I still would want to include the whole family from here on out, because with the whole family working as a unit, writing down what they want good to happen for themselves, it reinforces that family unity, and that same vibe, positive vibe, is in the house. So, that was the first time I really was awakened by that, just, us all doing it together. And I would suggest you guys do the same thing with your families every year. Now, we know the real New Year is coming up in spring, right before spring, and there's another opportunity to do it again. I'm going to put that date in my calendar to remember to do another ritual then, for the rebirth of the trees and the blossoming of the planet, So plan for another ritual in a couple of months. We're going to do it all together. As a family, it'll probably be warmer. So we'll probably, I got to plan that out, see how we're going to do that, whether we're going to do it outside somewhere. Of course, we'll include the Hindsight, family into that. And again, I thank everybody that showed up. We had about 50 or so people, somehow. It was quite a bit of people there. That was good, better than the year before. So pretty soon it'll just get better and better. And already the year started off good. Of course, when things start off good, there's always things that come at you that try to distract you from your mission and what's really important, things and people. And I always have to be mindful that people are not of the same mindset as mine, and they're thinking mostly of themselves when they're wanting to do something and not thinking of what you have to do. Now, a situation that took place yesterday, I think yesterday, the day before, someone wanted a consultation. They wanted to skip the line. And to be truthful about it, this person is habitual with wanting the line, and I've accommodated a few times, but I think I've created a bad situation for myself by allowing that. So this time, I didn't allow it. And I sent a message through Messenger, and they said I was being rude. So I said, well, if you feel like I'm going to be rude, how about you get on the show and talk about how rude I was so we can go line for line on what I said? Because I felt like I spoke the truth about, no, you're going to have to wait. See, when people are listening to my show regularly, people know that this week I'm supposed to be in Dallas tomorrow for the rest of the week at a conference with some other brothers we build with to bring new information. We working together. But I'm not going to Dallas, but I'm still doing the conference by Zoom. We're doing a Zoom chat because one of the brothers, he went and got tested. He got tested for COVID. He's positive. Me and Beth were supposed to be on a plane tomorrow. Schedule was blocked off until next Monday, starting tomorrow. But see, when people don't know what's going on, they make assumptions about your schedule. And they want to make their issues more important than what you're doing. And they start off things like, oh, I know you're busy, but well, if you know I'm busy, then why are you bothering me? If you know I'm busy. That means that's the way into, because you don't care about my schedule, but you're pretending to care. See, this is 2021. 2020 was about seeing the truth being revealed. 2021 is about putting it all on the table and being men and women about your business. And we have to be men and women and not be worried about people's delicate feelings when it comes to taking care of our business. Since I did the new consultation with $75, 30 minutes video conference, I've been slam busy with that. People are jumping all over that. And it's not fair to the people that want to get a consultation and they wait patiently for their consultation to do that. Now, I don't mind, hey, I got a situation. Can we talk? And that's, once a one-off, But when you make it a habit, every time you need a consultation, it's an emergency. No, see, that means that you're making your emergency my emergency. You're raising my level of anxiety with your issues because now I got to figure out, cool, get this person. No, doesn't happen like that. From here on out, this is a public service announcement. The schedule is there. If it's not available, that means I'm not available. See, this is why the government has made these rules, because what happens, you get a little leeway, then people abuse those leeways. And he's right. I was going to talk about it on the show. He's absolutely right. And I'm willing to talk to him about it on the show today, because we're going to start this year off being men and being straight about our business. I deal with tons of people a week, and I also help coach them through their issues. So, and I don't mind helping people and doing things for them, but don't abuse my kindness. So I won't read the exchange of messages. It wasn't many. I only exchanged one message, really. But I can guarantee you when I read that message, y'all going to say, I wasn't rude. I just was straight up saying, hey, wait, just like everybody else. The schedule is there. So, but anyway, let's get on to your prosperity and my prosperity. See, the reason why we struggle with being prosperous because we have opposing ideas in our mind. We say we want prosperity. We say we want things, but when it comes time to get down to doing that work, we rather watch TV. We rather do something else. We get tired. I'm going to take a little nap. But we have to fight through those things. I have to fight through those things. No, because, we did this ritual, and I wrote down some things that I wanted to do, and I was like, I got to stick to it. I got to be a man of my word. I got to be true to myself. Because no one else is going to be true to me as much as I'm going to be true to myself. And by me being true to myself, other people will be true to me. That's what I'll attract, people that are true to me, as long as I'm true to myself. You see? Your word is what gets you what you want. Your mind and then your word. I have a metaphysical Bible, and they have the definition for mind in it. Hold on. It's the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary from Charles Fillmore. If you don't know who Charles Fillmore, he's the guy who founded the what is the name of the church? Man, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a bunch of them around. I went to one of them, and it's definitely not following what he was teaching. But what is the Unity churches? The Unity. So here it is. Mind. Definition of mind. By the term mind, we mean God, the universal principle of causation, which includes all principles. Mathematics is a principle that its field illustrates the exact and inexorable laws that are one with manifestations of God or mind. There's nothing but mind and thought, principle, and its mode of expression. The things made or are externalized are simply effects, and of themselves would quickly pass away. But mind and thought are one and inseparable, self-existence and ever active, the cause of all that appears. An understanding of God or universal mind is a key to all scriptures and occult writings. In the story of creation as told by Moses, which is metaphysically correct, all things were brought forth by God, said, mind, thought. So, mind is God. Mind is the beginning of all creation. Everything you're seeing and feeling is just the effect or causation of what the mind has thought of. Everything. So whatever we're experiencing, and I deal with people a lot, and I say these things, they don't, the ones that are not ready to be responsible for what they're dealing with in their life, reject it. Right out. Oh, I made them do this to me. Remember, what you're experiencing is the causation, the effect of the mind. And if I'm being serious and real serious about myself, everything I'm dealing with is because I know I thought about it first. The problems I've had in my relationships. I just said, I think it was on the last show, the show before, the bumpy arguments that I've gotten in with Beth over the last few weeks. We going back and forth, and it's all because of my thoughts. Not her. And all I'm seeing is the effect. Now, and it's vice versa for her. Now, she said something that was pretty profound, and I didn't give her the credit for it, but she said, it seems like when we're going back and forth, you want to be right and I want to be right. We have a way of seeing things, and no one wants to let go. And that's exactly right. I want to be right. She wants to be right. And here's the truth of the matter. In the spectrum of billions of people on this planet, so that means there's billions of minds thinking all things at the same time, right now, as we're speaking. The thoughts that we're arguing about, and you look at it from that perspective, those arguments don't mean nothing. Being right doesn't mean anything. Because being right is a matter of perspective. And that's usually what helps me bring myself back from disagreements, right? And I realize, wait a minute, why is it so important for me to be right? Why is that? What am I getting out of being right? Oh, I get that moment of gratification, which is really not a gratification, because the moment I get that fleeting gratification, guess what I did to the other person? By thinking I was right, I just made them wrong. Because that's when when you impose your idea of being right on someone, you just made them wrong. And no one wants to be wrong. Now you just created an enemy. You created opposition. You see? It's really not about right and wrong. It's about perspective and respecting everyone's idea of what they think about a certain situation. And sometimes I got to remind myself, why do I have to push this issue? If it's not profitable about making money or about bringing peace or good, better loving to the situation, then is it worth that being right? Because I can tell you, it's okay to being wrong would bring you more peace than being right will ever do. Yeah, being the one, okay, you got that. You're right about that. Saying, hey, you're right, will bring you more peace than it will if you just try to push your position on being right. Because it's like a domino effect. And when you have this heightened awareness, you see it immediately. Like I see it. Like when getting in those little disagreements, I can see attitude changes. But when I shift and I bring in the love and the understanding, then I get the good attitude back. So you really do have control over how people interact with you based on how you interact. Now, I do realize sometimes, I've been in situations where I've come in peacefully and the person just, they get jump off. But you can still change that. Because they might have just dealt with something difficult, dealt with someone difficult, and they still got that lingering vibration when you come into the field. Now you're being tested by that storm of that person's attitude. What you going to do now? See, everything is mind. And we have to stop letting our mind run wild, like a pit bull off its leash. That is what's is going on. Just letting it just think any old thing. And not saying, wait, where did this thought originate from? Just like most things. Most of our thoughts that we have in our minds don't originate from our thoughts. They originate from someone else's ideas. And you know this to be true because why? Education, religion, politics. People have an opinion about Trump. They got an opinion about Biden based off of somebody else's opinion for the most part. Because now I can guarantee nobody listening to this show right now ever sat down with Trump or Biden personally and talked to these guys and know what they're really all about. Everything we think about them is all an assumption, whether we for or against them. And I'm saying to myself, why do I even care? None of them are paying a bill. None of them is bringing income into my home. So my main focus is on what? My castle, my temple, my church. The first church and temple is my mind. Then after that, it's my external temple, is my actual physical home and relationships, taking care of those things. And that's all I got time for. Then the business, taking care, people call me up. They want to be coached spiritually on their, which way they should go. That's the other job. But I also got to be mindful. I can't let other people's issues get into me and control my perceptions. Very careful not to pass judgment, because whenever I've gotten counseled people and I hear people tell their story, and people always tell a story by making the other person look bad, most times. And sometimes I've gotten caught up with agreeing with those. Then, after I agreed and validated their story, somewhere down in that conversation, it never fails. That's why I don't do it anymore. It never fails. sometime down in that conversation, I realized why they're experiencing whatever they're experiencing from that person. It never fails. Never. I had a gentleman actually say that a woman is not supposed to leave the husband. The husband is supposed to end the marriage. It's not the woman's place to do that. And I was like, oh, what? Now, that's some old Bible stuff, biblical stuff. And see, that's someone that don't really read the Bible carefully, because the Bible, when they came to Christ and asked him about how to divorce, he said, well, you can only divorce on the grounds of adultery. And he only gave them that because they was pushing it. Because really, there was no grounds. And they were looking for excuses to leave their wives. But he recognized the wickedness in their heart, and he was like, okay, well, you can do it on this ground. Only that. See, when you read the Bible, it doesn't talk about women leaving the husband. Nowhere in there. It's always the man. Joseph was going to walk away from Mary because she was pregnant, and it wasn't his. And then these Pharisees or whoever was asking these questions about how to leave, and they always wanted to condemn the woman more than they wanted to condemn the man from some type of sexuality. Well, how did she even have sex? She had sex with a man, didn't she? So how did she get more punishment than the male? When you look at these scriptures, you realize that it was nothing but the evil mind of a man that wrote some of these scriptures to make themselves important or have some semblance of authority. And then when the brother said this, I said, I was like in my head, he's out of your mind. I didn't even challenge it. I was like, I let it go. I said, well, I tell you what, you're going to receive everything you're asking for. Now, of course, they didn't realize what I was saying, how I was in the context of why I was saying that. You're going to get exactly what you're looking for. See, I know none of that Bible stuff that they're teaching, the way they're teaching it now, really works, because I came home to an empty house trying to play that role. It don't work. Everybody deserves a certain amount of mutual respect. And no one wants to be dominated. Natural resistance, because why? He said, have dominion over all things. That meant men, women, children. So the equal power there. Yeah, somebody said the only way, according to the Bible, was by intercession by her father. Like, she needed permission. But anyway. So, once again, the mind, very powerful tool that we have to bring about our success. And it's also a very powerful tool that we have that can bring about our problems. Now, you're going to have to choose how you're going to use that powerful mind. You're going to use the divine mind, or you're going to use the less divine mind, which some will say the devil mind. You have to choose. It's a new year, first week of the year, and this is the time to start taking action on your own success. There's always the time. Always. So make your mind up on what you're going to do, how you're going to execute it, write down a plan. Like I was the other day, I just went through my last month's statement just to see where my money was going, and I was not happy on how I was spending money. I was wasting money on things. But if you want to be successful, you're going to have to do that. If you want those millions, you're going to have to watch where your money's going. You can't make $10,000 and spend $10,000. And I was looking at some things. I was like, man, you can delude yourself when it comes to your money. Oh man, I'm doing great. And I am doing great. But I can do better on controlling some of my expenses. You know, some of those things I really didn't need to do, but I did them. So, and that's one of the things we have not been taught. You know, I know I wasn't, how to manage money, how to respect money. To be a millionaire, you got to make a lot of money and spend little. Spend just what you need to spend to take care of your needs. Yes, you can enjoy entertainment and things like that. That's not what I'm saying. Don't entertain yourself. But especially if you're starting a business, you got to be disciplined. You got to control that mind. You know, I know some of us, we come from where we didn't have a lot. So now we got all this money. I want to go get this. I want to go get that. I want to, do these things. And then when you get them, you're still not satisfied. You get that new car, that new house. It's still, you got it now. It's not a big deal. Then you're looking for the next thrill. You got to reverse that. The thrill should be, okay, see how much money I can make, and then also see how much money I don't have to spend at the same time. That's how you get to millionaire status. And so I've been talking about I'm a millionaire, so now I have to watch every penny and where it's going so that I can make that bank account represent my affirmations. All right, what is it? 7:42. If you got any questions, comments, hit the one. I put up a video of the Conyers, Georgia event. It's edited. I took some parts out and left in the important stuff. It's up there on my YouTube channel. It's about an hour, 18 minutes. I got more footage to put up there, but I got to go through it because the more sensitive information I cut out. I don't put that out there on YouTube. Some of that the stuff I talk about is only going to be in the private. But the stuff I was talking about in that video is just general stuff that I teach all the time. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about is jurisdiction of the United States. And how is it that the Constitution says that the legislature or the Congress doesn't have jurisdiction not exceeding 10 miles square? How do they get the jurisdiction outside of that? And then it says, but by cession of a particular state. How do they get this jurisdiction outside that? How do they have exclusive jurisdiction outside of that 10 miles square? How do they get it? Simple. States gave them power. Cession means formally giving up rights by a particular state. The states give them power by accepting money from them to enforce certain laws, mainly child support and IRS. So once they allow the federal government to come in and they work those laws and they get money for it, they've just been bought off. And now they have, the Congress have exclusive jurisdiction over them. Now, how does that affect you? And why, when I keep talking about nationality and correcting certain things so that you don't fall into their jurisdiction? See, where was the Social created? In the United States, right? Social Security Administration, which is a branch of the government, right? That's their property. See, they have exclusive jurisdiction over all of their property. So when you're using their property, they have the right to say, give me mine. I want a piece. I want a cut. And if you don't give me a cut, I'm locking you up. Or I'm going to hit you with a stiff penalty. This is pretty much the ABCs of what I've talked about over the years. But it seems that people still don't understand that concept. See, when you're using that number to make money, they deserve their cut. They deserve it. That's their right because it's their property. Now, how are you going to make it not their property? Make it so that they see the Social Security number was created for one thing, and that was to give you benefits in your old age. Then they started creating a bunch of statutes and laws that said, just like the states, and I'm going to repeat it, the Congress has exclusive jurisdiction not exceeding 10 miles squared of the District of Columbia, but by cession of a particular state, lowercase. Right? So I've also told you state is another word for status. It's your state. What state are you in? You're in the state of what? Being a national, American national. You're in the state of being a North Carolinian, a New Yorker, South Carolinian, a Californian. That's the state that you're in. But you can give up your rights by doing what? Filling out a W-2 or a W-4 form. Or when you fill out the applications, you check off U.S. citizen, black, African-American, white, in any of those choices. Now, there's one choice on there that stands out, and it's always the first one. It's called American Indian or Alaskan Native. Those two categories are above the other categories. Still not great categories, but if you're going to check one, those are the ones I would check because those are the ones American Indians have the tax-exempt status, and it's in the Constitution. That is what how I would say that. I would say it's publicly recognized that they're tax-exempt. But there's another group of people that's tax-exempt that's not publicly. They're totally private. And how do you know that they're tax-exempt? Because they're not defined in the code of any of their laws. And what is that? New Yorker, North Carolinian, American, national. Those words are not there. And I'm not saying be a state citizen. No, I'm not. I've always told you guys to define yourself as something they don't define in their law. When you look at the tax code, irrevocable trust is not even mentioned. It says revocable trust. So that means you got to go the other way. See, you have to be able to read through the lines to understand not to be under the exclusive jurisdiction of the United States. When you take out a loan and it's federally funded, you have just become under the exclusive jurisdiction of the United States. Now you have to pay taxes. See, this is why you can't get rid of taxes on houses, because how you funded the house in the first place. See, if the funds came from the federal government or federally backed, then they have exclusive jurisdiction over that property, and so the county is going to enforce taxes on that property. This is why the gurus can't get you out of tax. They can't get you to be tax exempt because the very thing that started it put them exclusively under the direction or the control of the federal government. Oh, how do I buy the house and not be under exclusive jurisdiction? First off, you would have to take out a conventional loan. But see, this is how you know what loans you need to take out, because a conventional loan requires 20% down. So that people with money, and people, if you save that up, you pay that down. No federally backed money. But one thing people don't know about conventional loans, They don't care about, you can get a loan, conventional loan, just through bank statements. Showing bank statements saying this is what I did, no tax returns. See, but when you go to that federally backed loan, they want tax returns. Why? They want to make sure they have exclusive jurisdiction over you and over that property. This is why people don't win houses in foreclosure. You can sit there and complain about how the loan was funded by your social all you want, but the government got exclusive jurisdiction. The epiphany hit me, and I was just reading Section 8 of the Constitution saying about exclusive jurisdiction, and the epiphany hit me. This is why you can't get out of certain things, because how you got that property came under what? A Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac backed loan, FHA loans. That's why those loans are so easy to get. You can have bad credit and get those loans. See how the devil gives you those little treats, and then those treats come back to bite you later. This is why people don't win their houses trying to go to court and fight. And the courts will never give you the house, because the government will come after them with and put the hammer down on them for giving away their property. Because basically that house is theirs, although you paying the mortgage. Oh, yes. It's their house. And they letting you rent it. And they give you a little tax break at the end of the year to have it. That's why it's important. This premium membership is important, because I'm showing y'all how to trade those FRNs dollar for dollar with real Treasury, United States dollars. You got to start recognizing how you're getting trapped into these things. And the trap is very simple, but we don't put all of this stuff and look at it in a whole holistic point of view. Say, well, why is everybody going into these courtrooms and they're losing in these foreclosures? And y'all have heard, man, I his name was Ben. You know, the guy that helped me with foreclosure. Actually, I got to have him on. He sent me a message the other day. Gilbert. Tell him, he have seen houses, them give, let people win houses, but they never been a federally backed loan. Never was. Now, I understand fully why it's that way. The United States owns a lot of property. Through these mortgages. Yes. So basically, if you get a loan backed by the government, you just made your house a federal territory. Yes. You are living in a federal territory. And this is why you get no remedy. Now, there is remedy, but you got to you got to walk it back. You got to walk it all back. There is remedy. But not the remedy that some of these guys been putting on y'all. So remember, stay out of those federal territories. Stop picking those federal identities. I'm not saying you could have a driver's license and all those things, and I've proven it, and still not be looked at like you taking a federal benefit. See, I have a driver, but I don't have it. I don't have the one that says, that what's that, real ID. I don't have real ID. I don't need it. What do I need for? I got my passport as a national, but I have the one that says not for federal purposes. So basically, that ID is strictly, can only be used in the country it was given, South Carolina, the Republic. And then with my name change and all that stuff on the record, on my explanatory statements on the record, they clearly know who I am. Clearly. And this is 2021. And if you're not getting your stuff together now, is they're trying to talk about vaccine cards and you're going to be required. But see, let me take the scale off of that. Because, see, some of y'all texting me, sending me these things about the vaccines. There's so many people that are going to want the vaccine. You ain't even going to you won't be able to get it if you want to. Because there's too many people in front of you trying to get it. Beating down the door to get it. And another thing, it's just like the mask mandates, right? They said you got to wear a mask. When you read the rules, you said you could be exempt, and we don't have to prove that you're exempt, so we're going to do off the honor code. Do I have to read that mandate again? I did a YouTube video on it. And that's pretty much going to be the vaccines. Oh, yeah, everybody got to get one. And then the news going to say, everybody got to get one. But then when you read the rules, it's going to say, yeah, everybody must get one, but there's certain group of people that can't get it. See, my grandson can't even get a vaccine because what they make out of him, he's allergic to. So what about them people? His medical condition exempts him from it. And the highest exemption is your religious exemption. So what y'all worrying about? Y'all gonna bring that stuff. Worrying about that stuff is gonna bring it to your doorstep, and it's gonna be somebody standing there with a needle and the cops trying to force you on you. Why? Because your fears is gonna bring that to you. I'm not even thinking about that vaccine. Let everybody else worry about it. Know what I'm worried about? My success. Making that bank account grow larger. Making my peace grow larger. Making my love in my life get better. That's what I want. That's all I'm concerned with. And if you be concerned with those things, I trust me, you're gonna have a nice, peaceful life. I have peace, and the only time I don't have peace is when I'm trying to be right. That's the only time, and most people they can't say that. They got on the job everywhere they go. They ain't the peace is there. You know, when I don't have peace is when I'm trying to be right in some type of verbal conflict. And then when I let that go, peace returns. Instantly. And I realized, why do you keep getting in that? You know, because I'm still learning how to keep my mind under control. I'm still learning that. I've been 51 years letting it run rampant. Just letting it out the cage and then not checking on it. You know? And a lot of y'all looking at these videos on TV, y'all letting your mind go rampant about what they're going to do, what they will do, the deep state this, the deep state that, Trump this, Biden this, bad election, fraud this, and they one world government this, and that. All of that, thinking about those negative things is going to bring negative things to you. So if you on there, I see people posting literally something or sharing something at least 20 times a day. I'm like, God, when do you have time to make money? If you on these social media platforms just sharing this and sharing that, sharing this. Yeah, I get on there periodically and I share stuff. Then I get the hell off. But I'm talking all day from morning to evening. Post stuff. I'm like, what? How? And it's always some conspiracy theory. Let that stuff go. Man, think about post. You know, if you want to share something about peace, prosperity. Share those things. That's what I try to do. I try to share some things. I try to share some funny things. You know, share good things. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I don't want to hear nothing negative about you this and that. You know, just give me something positive. This is a positive show. It's the first show of the year. You know, you got questions, I'll answer it. But, you know, if you want to talk about some conspiracy theory about what the government might do or what the aliens might come down and do, I'm not trying to hear it. All right, here we go. 253-476.
Yeah, peace to the guys. How's it going, Akeem?
I'm going good. How's it going with you?
Yeah, it's going real good. Yeah, want to wish peace,
good.
Prosperity, good health to you and your family for the new year here.
Thank you. Same to you and your family. Tell the wife
Thank
I
you.
said hello. And bless her for keeping you in line. Yeah. I know she's right there by your side. She don't leave your. At least when I was there, she didn't leave your side. So you got a great woman there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Good women these days are really kind of hard to come by. But anyway, I just want to ask you a couple of questions. I came when a person fills out their tax court petition. How do you check to see what your docket number is? How do we get on there to see that?
Oh, I haven't done that in a while. Yeah. You got to go to the Pacer and look it up. Pacer.
Go to the who?
You got to get an account with Pacer. Pacer, Pacer, the federal courts records.
Oh, okay.
Pacer, Pacer.com.
Okay, Pacer.
That's how you. Yeah. Go to Pacer.
Okay. Did you Pacer.com? Yeah, I'll let her pull that up.
Pacer.
Did you ever get a chance to Pacer? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I got that. Did you ever get a chance to put together? You said you was going to make a new affidavit for the passport.
Oh, that's been done.
It's on your site.
I didn't put it out there. I was holding on.
Okay.
I was holding off. I mean, the other ones work. Listen, the other ones working the same way, same remedies. So I'm like, why? Not yet.
Okay.
I'll put it out there eventually, soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a need for it because the other one is just kicking ass and taking names. So why would I change it? We'll put that out there.
No, I just thought you come up with something better.
That's been done probably now 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah, I thought you came up with something better because I read all of your revocation of election, and man, I gotta fucking tell you, excuse my French, but that shit knocks me out. By the time I finished breaking it down to my wife and having her to box this and box that, this is some dynamite shit that you have in this document here. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
This is really.
Now I'm not going to take 100% credit. Some other people put that generally together. I went through and pulled out all of the. They were taking you out of where they had it written before. They were taking you out of one thing and putting you right back in. So I had to go fix that. So.
Yeah.
But the idea of it came from another person, and I don't want to take credit from them. But I just enhanced it, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're honest. I was telling my wife because she was saying how smart that she thought you were, and I told her that, Akeem, he works with a lot of people. He's involved with a lot of important people, and they're doing good things for the people. So, yeah, she picked up on that. I tried to explain it to her. But, it's dynamite. We're getting ready to have it recorded, and we're going to send it in to the commissioner.
Right.
But my last question is, you said you was going to put together a list because when you sent me the court tax petitioner information, okay, you gave me the name for the commissioner, and there's that lady's name. I can't remember it unless I look at the paper. And the Social Security office was the 3 people that our exemplified name change went to.
Right.
Did you ever? You said there were some more names. Was it just those 3?
The Attorney General, but he resigned, so we got to find out
I forgot about that one.
The new one. Yeah.
The Attorney General.
That's it.
Okay, so just those 4.
Right.
Okay, that sounds good.
Right.
Okay, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Eddie.
All right.
Now that he brought that up, I've been working on something for the last month and a half. I finally got it all out in the mail. I sent the last mailing today, and I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to choose words wisely here. Well, I expect something big to come out of what I just did. And you got to put some people on notice. Some pretty important people on notice. And from that, once I get the results of that, which I expect soon, in my private membership, on my private premium members, people, y'all gonna get put on to it. But you know me, I have to do it first. I have to walk through it and experience it first before I bring it to you guys. I think it was a great idea. It was in line with what I teach, how the just to give you a hint, y'all know I did a show months ago about the two trust. And I read the actual scripture breaking down which these two trust was. I broke it down. And I'm going to put it to you like this. So when I came across this information in the procedure to put myself in the correct trust, or take that in Legis and put it into the correct trust, I jumped on it. Because I probably for the last year and a half to 2 years been talking about the trust and showing you biblically what they were doing. See, they put us all into when they created the birth certificate, they automatically put you into the dead trust, the one that has no claims, where you can't make claims. See, you have to be an heir, and you have to be a part of the right trust. Now, remember when Abraham was about to do the blood sacrifice of his son, and then came and stopped him and said, because of your faith, your heirs will be like the stars in the sky. Remember that? But see, there had to be a blood sacrifice, right? You know, of course, God had said, use your son, and he obeyed, which is, we all know that's a metaphor. I want to put that out there. I know that's a metaphor. But then he handed him a ram to sacrifice. Right? Then, when Christ hit the scene, what happened? The old covenant was torn up. Remember when he expired, the cloth split in half. That's like tearing up the covenant, and a new covenant started right at that point, or a more revised covenant, which opened the door for more people, because before that only a certain group of people could get into this trust from a certain family. Right? So, once that because the family wasn't following the laws, they was disrespecting the covenant, a.k.a. trust. So that new trust came into play, where anyone who had what? Believed in Christ could get into the trust. It's been right in front of y'all the whole time. It's been right in front of me. What was needed, what I needed to do. Give notice about me being a part of that trust. See, and the name change is all a part of that. Putting off the old man and bringing the new. And everybody that used that very scripture got their name changed. That I know of. I don't know anybody that didn't. That when they were asked why you were doing this, and they said that with the authority, and they trusted in the Spirit giving them the word that they need at the time, they got it. Some people, they want to rehearse. They want to, rehearse with me. Act like this and do it. There's no need to rehearse. If you really embody this truth, you don't have to rehearse. It's just going to come out of you. You have to see, it comes out of me because I live it. And when I'm questioned, it just comes out automatically. And if you think you can fake your way through this thing, it ain't going to work, because this is all by divine intervention. First of all, the mind. The God mind. Someone asked what the scripture was. The scripture, just look up, do a search on your phone or your computer, putting off the old man and becoming the new man. That's going to bring that scripture up. I can't remember it right offhand. It's in my petition. I think it's 1 Corinthians something. Let's go to the next call. 228-243.
Hello, Akeem. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So my question is, I know you mentioned the you were talking about the SSN earlier. I wanted to know how do you get a private bank account with no social?
Oh, that's easy. Okay. When it's all in my CPN webinar. You first of all, I don't advocate getting personal accounts at all. There's no need for them. They don't give you any money making those accounts, so why would you have one? Remember, the Illegus is a business, so you got to think everything business. So go get your business account, and they usually have the same terms as a personal account. And so you give them an EIN. Now they're going to ask for who's the responsible party for that account. Mm-hmm. So you give them a CPN number that you have established. Now, a CPN number could be a EIN number.
Right.
Because you know
right,
you got
right.
Right. So you know you can go and get your EIN number with your name, right? But first
right, that's
you gotta,
a 9-8 number, right?
No, it don't have to be a 9-8 number. It could be anything.
Oh, it don't have to be. Okay.
Like now what I'm teaching your people, mostly what I'm teaching now is you're going to open up a trust account, business account, whatever, and the trust, your personal trust, like I got the Akeem Barber Trust, right? So that's the number I'm going to give them as the profile for that trust account. And then, of course, I have a trust. I open up the Barber Family Trust, it'll be an 85 number. Or if I open up the Barber Family Business, it'll be an EIN number. But when they ask for the profile, I'm going to give them my trust, personal trust number.
Okay.
Therefore, no social. And when it comes to business accounts, depending on the business, those they mainly look at that EIN number. The actual number that you give them as the profile is just a profile to say that person is responsible for this account. And remember, trust are persons. So,
right.
Now, if you want to, there's another way I do it, but I won't talk about that on the air. You would have to get my CPN webinar for that. There's another way you can specifically do it, and works just as fine. But it's too high-level information to be talking about out in the open like this.
No, can you reveal it in our next class?
I've revealed it. If you're in the class, you already know it. How long have you been in the class?
A month.
How much you know about CPN numbers?
I know a little. I don't know much. I know a little.
Oh, okay. I did mention it in the class, but you probably missed it. Yeah, I'll talk about it. That's coming up this week, actually. All right. Well, yeah, this week. Yeah, this. Oh, wow. I forgot. I got to see. I got to look at my schedule. I might have to move that class to further in the week. I forgot I'm going to be doing my Zoom meeting. Yeah, but I will talk about it in the class. All right.
Okay.
Anything else? All right.
One more.
All right.
Yeah.
Please.
Filling out these SS4s, or getting your EIN numbers. I know sometimes you may call in or you can get them online, but do you have like a template with filling out the SS4s?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the class, that means you got to go get your trust from Al, right?
Yeah.
What are you getting the EIN for? What are you looking to get them for?
Well, I know we have the few to set up for the trust.
Well, you don't need to do that because Al takes care of all of that. He handles that.
Okay.
That's all part of the trust. Yeah, he does that. That's all part of the trust. He takes care of that. You want to do it the way he's setting it up because it creates separation from your Illegus. So when you go get your trust, the EINs are all part of that package.
Okay, gotcha. All right. That's it.
Don't break your head about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what I just told you earlier, the trust numbers and what's going to do what, that's exactly what you'll be doing. So, yeah, you're fine. With the EINs for go get the trust. He's going to all the EIN numbers is going to be part of that. I think the only number you probably will have to go get on your own is your 98 number, which that's very simple.
Right.
So.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace. Now, I'm glad she brought that up, and because it made me think about 98 numbers. Remember, it's been said over and over and over again, and I actually believed it, that you could not get an account with a 98 number. That is unequivocally, absolutely not true. You can. See, it was how people were trying to get the account number with the 98 number. They were just going to get an account and didn't have anything to back that up. Didn't have a trust to prove to go with the 98 number. That's why they didn't open up the account. It was very simple. See, it was right in front of me. But because I didn't know enough, I just went with the flow. That's why it's important for you to vet information. But let me keep moving on. 816-462. Peace. 816-462. Going once, going twice. Moving on. 504-715.
Greetings, Akeem. How you doing?
How are you?
Happy New Year. I'm well.
Happy New Year.
First off, I wanted to. I really enjoyed the New Year's Eve webinar, and I literally have been on a manhunt trying to find the video of Reverend Ike that you played at the end. I can't find the name of it, so I wanted to see if it was if you.
What was that one about? I recorded it, so I'll be able to find it. I did record it, so I have to go and. It's one of my recordings. What was it talking about? And I probably could. Jog my memory.
He was talking about pretty much your feelings and how to control your feelings, and how
that's the series of. Okay, I know which one you're talking about. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
I was like trying to find the keywords and everything. I just could not find it. So
no,
yes,
that's because the ones that I have I bought from the website. And it is, I think it's the Control Your Luck series.
That, and also
control your feelings and tell them what to do. That's what he was saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I that was the first question. And then I just for the name change replay, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss that email as far as just being sent out. So, were you able to send that
out?
Yeah. Did you send that?
I sent out all the videos y'all supposed to get. Name change. You part of the membership, I take it.
Yes.
Are you?
I didn't get the name change replay, the Zoom meeting that was on the 13th. I still haven't received that one.
I sent that in a folder to everybody at once.
Okay.
What was the last email
I'll go back
you got?
and check. The last email was the recoupment files, but I didn't get the name change video, so I didn't receive that one.
Yeah, I sent that in a separate email.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get that one at all. And I
all right, here it is.
Okay.
Let me give you this
Definitely
Reverend
ready to
Ike
move
thing.
forward with the name change also, so I'll be contacting you for consultation.
I'm gonna, while we on the phone, I'm gonna check and see if you part of that. I think it's Your Mind and How It Works for You. It's either that one. I think that's the one. Your Mind and How It Works for You.
Okay, thank
you. Mostly all the Reverend Ike stuff is like power. Now I got some new ones that I just bought through a whole series of new ones. And Massive Success, and he is actually dropping down and saying exactly that the Bible is nothing but a metaphor. It's all about the mind. No such thing as Christ or Jesus. He actually said this. I was like, wow, these newer ones, he just blown. I think right now people are ready to hear that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are ready to hear the real, The Bible is all about you and your mind and how to operate. And all the characters in there are aspects of your thoughts. Exactly. And if you look at it, you look at some of these scriptures, you can see yourself in there. In how things are playing out. Like you can see, like when Christ is teaching and he's hanging out with all of the people that they considered unrighteous, and he had the righteous talking about, oh, look at who you hanging out. We see that every day. Every day we see that type of treatment. But I think that's the one you're talking about. And then it was the other one, how to stop negative things. That could be it too.
How to stop things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing all of this down. And I like, somebody just put me on to him maybe like a year ago, and ever since then, that's all I've been seeing is Reverend Ike. And then signing up for memberships and listening to your videos, that's all I've been hearing. So I'm like, I know this is like where I'm supposed to be right now. So I really appreciate that.
And write this one, Control Your Life series. That one there.
Control Your Life.
And it's just some of them I just listen to all the time. It's the one I like is I Meet No One But Me, but the one that I play over and over again because it puts me in a technique that does the trick. And I actually got it here on the show. I play it sometimes. All right.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Check something. Hang on. Let me check something real quick and make sure you're on that email list because I did send it out to everybody. Somebody was complaining that they couldn't download it, so I know I sent it out. Okay. Let's look at group. You in group 1 or 2?
2.
Give me the first part of your email address. Just the first part.
MWQ.
MWQ. That's the one you signed up with. Yeah, it's there. Yes. I see it.
Okay.
It's a Gmail address. You should have got it. Yeah. You should have got it.
Okay, I'll go back.
Check your spam folder. Check your spam folder.
Okay. I'll check on the computer too.
All right.
Because I usually check on my phone. Okay, thank you.
Well, we'll be having a meeting come Sunday anyway, so. All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right, peace. Thank you. You too.
All right, peace. All right. All right. 816 is back. Let's see if we can get him on. 816-462.
Peace and love. How's it going?
Going good.
Brother
everything okay. Always good, man. How's it going with you?
Man, it's a blessing today, brother. It is. It very is. There's a couple of things I just wanted to say real quick.
Okay.
First thing is I appreciate the invitation to the Prosperity Ritual New Year's Eve. I didn't quite know exactly what I was doing. I was sitting in the dark for a good minute. For a good minute. But
getting into the vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely got into it, man. But it was an experience, and I really appreciate that, man. I really do. And the second thing is, that's what I was really going to just get on here and say. But the second thing was the lady that was talking about, she was talking about the EINs and so forth, and for a business or whatnot. I talked to you before about, I had somebody do my paperwork before, and I have an EIN with them under the name that I would like to use. I would like to start going by. Now, with that EIN that I already have connected to the name that I want to use, would that be a problem when I come to you to get everything
the
way
really.
it needs to be?
It wouldn't be a problem for me It just might be a problem for you because you don't know how they got. Who's the responsible party that got that number? How is it connected? What is it connected to? What's the first 2 digits of it?
Of the EIN?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know it right off. I got that in my briefcase in the house. I don't know it. I looked at it a year ago and I haven't looked back.
Is it a 98, 85? You know, that tells me.
I want to say it was. I want to say it was a 98.
If it's a 98,
I want to say it was a 98.
I'm not social, so it's a good number. You can use that. Yeah. Now you can't open up a bank account with that unless you have paperwork like a trust document to show that it's a trust, and then they open up the bank account.
Oh, okay.
See, in the past, people try to take those 98 numbers and open up bank accounts, but they don't have any paperwork to back up that number. To support using the number. Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
Okay. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking on it, but I will be listening.
Yeah. Okay, bro. All right, peace.
So, but I will get with you on.
I thought he was done. My bad. Hey, I'm sorry I cut you off.
You're all right. You're all right. I'm good.
All right, peace. All right, let's go to 313-737. Well, 313-737. Oh, I guess he's not there, doing something else. Sometimes people call in and they start doing other things and forget they on hold. It's 8:28. I think I gave y'all enough information first of the year to think about. A lot of great things to look forward to. We got one more. Let's see the hindsight teammate one. Personal teammate of mine. 919948.
Hello. Hi, Keith.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Steph.
I just wanted to tell you I'm enjoying the show. I really enjoyed that Reverend Ike.
You're not saying that.
Tonight.
You're not saying that because you're fond of me, are you? You're not just saying that.
Oh, of course.
Well, go ahead.
But no, I want to support you. And, I just wanted to say I enjoyed the show. I like that reminder that you had mentioned about how most of our thoughts originate from other people's thoughts. And I think that's so true because we're so conditioned to listen to other people instead of listening to our own thoughts. But But I also wanted to say something to you. I wanted to thank you publicly, which I don't usually do, but I just wanted to thank you for not only being a good man, provider, father figure for my children, but I wanted to thank you for just not being afraid to share your knowledge and also your imperfections, because I don't think a lot of men do that.
Well, I thank you for that. Well,
and you're doing a good job.
For those words. That's a lot. You know, that breathes life into a situation when a woman does that. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that.
Okay.
All right. And I thank you for being you, being patient. Because I know I'm a handful. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Beth.
Okay.
Talk
All right.
to you in a few.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, she right downstairs. So, okay, 7313 is back. 313-737. We got two numbers up here. Let's see this other one. You see it up here twice. 313-737. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, man? Happy new
good.
fiscal.
Same to you. Happy new fiscal. Peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to you.
Oh man, and to you too, brother. You know, man, it's a new beginning, right? New beginnings, right? Shaking off old carapaces, shaking off old dead skin, putting on a new skin, new attitude, new framework, new framework.
Yep.
And, we all human, man. And, we put in our mind, it's hard to shake this. It's hard to do that, man. Just say yes or no. It ain't, it ain't no, just do it. Whatever it is, man, just do it. And on another note, man, on some real personal note, okay? And this between me and you, man, and I want you to, just feel this for me, if you, so to speak.
Okay.
Over the last 5 going on 6 years, brother, me and you, we done been through some ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to know, man, that, through everything we done been through, through the whole situation, man, I see you as a brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
And the many people you done helped, man, amidst your tribulations that, some of us have seen, personally, and maybe those that we haven't seen, And I just want you to know, man, I see the aura that's around you, man. The second time you came to the D and, I saw you and shit, And it just, you a good person with good energy, man. And I've had to let a lot of negative energy go, man, and one show you talked about, you was talking about, man, a lot of things I've done, you were saying this, I did them because, and I wasn't ready for them. You was like, sometimes you just got to sit back and be patient. When the time comes, when you're ready, you will know you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you bring out a lot of good in people, And I know I'm taking up a lot of time, man, but this is like some refocusing, from a cosmic and a universal standpoint, bro. Like I said, I was on YouTube and I read 3 of the so many pages you got concerning, I don't know if it was your petition or just the nationality thing. But as I was reading through that, man, I told you this before. As I was reading through that, it's just certain things that just hit me with it. And I'm like, wow, God damn it. If he had this before this other fuckery, you see what I'm saying, bro?
Right. I see exactly what you're saying. I got you, bro. I got you.
You feel me?
I feel you.
And I just want to say, man, without no lure or nothing, I'm ready. If you will have me, bro, I'm ready to do what we talked about last year when I wasn't ready.
Okay. Well, we
I
wasn't talk about
ready.
that because some things have changed, but no
doubt. And
I'm not going to totally shut you down like that, but I will. We gonna have a conversation about it, man to man.
No doubt. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's how it starts, bro, with a conversation. That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Because you're doing great things, man. And I always, and I got to put this out there, man. The queens you brought in, bro, man, look, they be hitting you in the gizzards. You know what I'm saying, bro? They hit topics that really get in your, in your soul and in your core, man.
Right.
And I see nothing but good light over there, man, because I see other things, other places, and it's not radiating with me anymore. Right. And I want to try to undo certain things. You understand? Because I like where you're going with the universal law.
Right. There's only one law, and that's the law of the mind, the law of God. There's only one law.
Oh, yeah.
And if you operate from that point and understand that power, although you look like you defeated to other people, to the less spiritual minds, you're never defeated.
Bro. Tell it, bro. Tell it. That's
it's
how
not
I look
what they
to a lot of
looking
people right now. And I see it. They like, oh, look, he done stopped. He done stopped what he doing. He ain't reading. He ain't studying. You don't know. But see, that's because I look like Whistler said in Blade. I look like hammered shit. You feel me? But don't even know what's up underneath. Don't even know. Because it's powerful, bro. All I'm saying, bro, I gave up 30 years worth of Newport 100s in one night.
Wow, that's an accomplishment, man. You should thank yourself for that.
And the last day was November 29th, 2020, my son's birthday, and I said I wasn't taking it. I wasn't taking that. I did it before the completion of my 50th, before the completion of my Jubilee.
Good, man. That's good.
I'm going after a Jubilee and a half, bro. 2 Jubilees and a half. 120 years.
Okay.
That's what the gods gave earthly. And I want every bit of it.
Yeah. Good, man.
And I'm going to get every bit of it.
I'm glad you tend into those thoughts. That's the only job we got, to keep our minds straight. Don't let it get out of control. And we got it. What you're gonna notice as your mind changes, your people, your surroundings change. People start looking at you funny. You see, we can't get distracted by those looks, because the reason why they're looking at you funny because your energy doesn't resonate with their energy anymore. See, those energies want to be in a certain place, and you're trying to be in a certain place, and there's no judgment against them. It's just you're growing.
I don't want to be there. It's not radiating, just certain energies, man. I can't deal with it no more, and I ain't about to. It's just that simple, point blank. It's too short, man, I got a lot of info. I got a lot of power, a lot of energy, man, a lot of uplifting. It's some great things out there, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta send it out, man. I gotta send it out.
Okay, bro.
We need hope right now. Everybody needs some type of hope right now. And I got the origins of the hope. I got the origins of it. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
We all need truth. The wisdom of the wise ones will be broken.
Right.
And their knowledge basically will become useless. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to break the wisdom of the wise ones, bro. And I just want to thank you, bro.
Right.
You've been a big part of me.
All right, you're welcome.
My transformation.
All right, Septimius. All right. We will definitely talk, but it won't be this week because I got a hell of a week ahead of me.
It's cool, man. I ain't going nowhere. I got unnatural patience like a Sith Lord.
Okay, bro. All right. Peace to the God, man. Keep
Peace
that mind strong. All right. Here's my last words for the evening, and then I'll close it down. I'm glad Septimius came on and said what he said, because it opened me up to tell y'all, listen, you will meet adversity always when you're trying to do good things. It's always going to be there. And the biggest adversity is going to be your own thoughts. See, remember, it's not the people that's acting up. It's the mind that reacts to the people that is acting up. And that's all you need to control in order to keep yourself in check. That's it. It's not, see, what we do, we make mistakes. When people are acting up, we want to go out and you're wrong for doing what you did. Instead of saying, you know what? assessing the situation. If I get into this verbal altercation with this person, is it worth my peace? Simple question, yes or no. And I can tell you unequivocally, it's a no. It's not worth your peace. You know, there was a time where I wanted to say a lot of things in defense of myself. It was plenty of times. But I look back on that now, and it's like wow, you know, it's almost like the Bible says, I don't remember the bad times. All I remembered is the good times. You know, those things was like a fleeting thought now. Every now and then something come up to remind me, but the old things, the former things have passed away. Everything's anew now. And we are in the year 2021. 2021. We went through 2020 where we see everything for what it is, and if you didn't see everything for what it is, you're going to be stuck in that position. If you're still lost in that. 2021 now is the time for, now that I know the truth, which side am I going to be on? The side of truth or the side of the lies? There's no in-between anymore. No straddling the fence. None of that. You're gonna have to live by truth, spirit and truth, or live by the lower vibration of the lies. And we already know where that heads when you're living in the lie. Temporary satisfactions, and at the end of the day, you're depressed. But when you're living in truth, you don't have to make any excuses. You don't have to justify yourself. Because you already know who you are. You know you are the divine manifestation of God. You are God in the flesh. God works through you, not outside of you. There's always going to be ridiculed. That's what the whole Christ story is about. He came and did all these wonderful things, these miracles, and the same people who helped, one of them dead. And was this a physical death? No, it was a metaphorical, spiritual death they were trying to kill. And what Christ, the sacrifice of the Christ was the sacrifice of the lower self, the self that wants to be right and wants to be justified. He had to suffer that whole night to the next morning, afternoon, under ridicule, and he did no wrong. And some of you gonna experience that thing. You did no wrong, and you're gonna get ridiculed. People are gonna laugh and they're gonna poke fun. And we say, ha, look what he talking about. When I started talking about the Bible, people was actually say, oh, he talking about the Bible and comparing it to the trust. Ha, 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 literally. Now, what I just did, completed today, the last part of it today, all had to do with the Bible, putting people on notice on which side I'm on. I told y'all religious freedoms is the key. Your spirituality is the key to freedom. But first, you got to get into the higher consciousness of your mind and become spiritual. Then you will see what the scriptures is actually telling you to do when it comes to your personal life. It said, make Jesus your personal Lord and Savior, or Christ. What does that represent? A trust. Make that trust your personal Lord and Savior. As above, so below. What is in the spirit becomes physical. See, we have been taught to do the opposite. Go for the material things, the outside things first. Or that, actually the church said you're supposed to put God first, but in their concept was come here, give me your tithes, and hopefully God will do something for you someday. But I'm here to tell you, no. Put the spirit first, and all of those things will be added to you. So once you understand the spiritual side, you'll know how to operate in trust, a spiritual trust, which protects you. And the government recognizes that. Remember, the church was always tax exempt. Now, if you set yourself as a church, a corporate soul church, properly, and notify the proper authorities about this corporate soul, private business trust, To be continued. All right. Good show. Good energy. I appreciate the positive comments. I appreciate everybody getting on. But stay tuned and work on that mind. You know, the sister's going to listen to Reverend Ike over and over. Play that thing at night. Play it. It's better than what's playing on the TV and the news. And with that being said, since the sister loves Reverend Ike so much, and I'm going to share one of my personal favorites that get me hyped. Sometimes I'll be play acting Reverend Ike. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's find it. Let's see. You know how it is. It's always when you're looking for what you want, it's harder to find, right? There it is. All right. Remember, we got the Solomon Simple Show tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jessica Contagious Divine Connection Show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Raising Independent Thinker Show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. And Bun Bay had a great show yesterday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Till next time, peace.
Peace to the gods. You're listening to Hindsight Radio.